she's not only the best female wrestler, she's the best wrestler, the most athletic person in the company. Bret never liked to get smacked. That's the way I worked. The only person that I feel like when he's on and healthy that is as good as she is, when you think about in-ring timing and knowing where you are all the time, is Randy Orton.
Today we have an absolute icon of wrestling, one of the best to ever do it, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Rick, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, how are you feeling? How's your health?
I feel great. Tremendous. Thank you.
That's brilliant. I mean, yeah. Also, I need to ask, just because the site that we're putting these quotes up on is a esports website. So I just wanted to know if you have a favorite video game of all time, or did you play one with your kids when they were younger?
I've never played video games in my life.
No way, really? Fair play. No, I do believe that, actually, because obviously you got so much going on, you probably haven't got the time. So,
well, number one, I can't play them. I'm terrible at them.
Okay, fair enough. I did notice as well.
I can't. I mean, my kids could beat me in 1 second, so I quit.
It's not a fair fight.
I'm a bad loser.
Okay, I noticed as well you weren't included in the latest WWE 2K25 game, which surprised me, to be honest. But I think maybe some of the icons, some of the legendary wrestlers weren't included. Did anyone let you know about that, or?
No, I knew about it, but I didn't expect to be. I'm still under contract to AEW, so.
That makes sense then, yeah. So you'll probably be on their game. Okay, let's talk wrestling then. Obviously, recently the big news.
Unless you're on the cover of it, you don't make any money anyway.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, same as the FIFA games. Yeah, with the football.
0.3% or some damn thing.
Is that it? They're a bit tight with it, aren't they? A bit stingy.
Yeah, no shit.
Fair point. Right, let's talk. Obviously, one of your best friends in the business tragically passed away recently, Hulk Hogan, another true legend. I mean, your careers were so intertwined. You were great friends. You helped him into the industry. It must still be very raw for you at this point in time.
It is. It is, but I feel bad because there's so much going around with his estate and his daughter, and you'd have to live here in Tampa to keep up with it. It's just everybody's got a different opinion of what happened to him, whether it be malpractice, which I have no idea. I'm just throwing out what was on the street.
Yeah.
Or maybe he had leukemia, which I think I would be aware of, but maybe he didn't want to tell me. I don't know, but it's still a very it's still a very talked about but very unpopular subject right now for me.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Because I don't know the answers, and I don't want to pry, and I just don't want to be part of it. I mean, I'll cherish the good memories I had with him, and I'll leave it at that.
Of course. I mean, if you look at wrestling today, is there anyone that kind of evokes the same sort of feelings that you felt when Hulk was first coming through, and the same for you? Is there a current Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan you can see sort of with that chemistry between them?
Well, the closest thing to me and Hogan would have been The Rock and Austin.
Yeah.
Well, I still watch their stuff. It's so entertaining. Dwayne and Steve had really good chemistry too.
Yeah.
And two entirely different gimmicks, but so good at both,
Yeah, for sure. Absolute legendary. That era of wrestling was my favorite era as well. So yeah, I know what you mean. If you had a wrestling Mount Rushmore, would Hulk Hogan be up there? I presume so, top of there. And if so, who else would be up there for you with him?
Well, that's such a tough question, but obviously it would be Hulk. I feel like it would be Hulk, Stone Cold, the greatest worker of all time, because I've wrestled everybody, and he probably could wrestle better than anybody right now if he was healthy, is Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'd put Undertaker up there.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, longevity-wise, no one can match you and The Undertaker, really, can they?
Yeah.
No. True legends. True legends. Do you think, would it be a nice touch if WWE named an event after Hulk Hogan to pay tribute to him? Could you see that happening?
I don't know. They're unpredictable now, and the merger with Entourage or with Endeavor has changed so many things. So I don't know what the answer to that would be.
Yeah, it would be nice to see for the fans, but maybe you're right.
I can't tell. When Vince was there, I could tell that Vince ran the show, but without Vince being there, I don't know whether Endeavor runs it or who runs it.
Yeah, fair point. Now, I was going to come on to Triple H a bit later on, but you know, I was reading on some of the forums that, you know, a lot of fans feel you had an incredible in-ring chemistry with Randy Savage, arguably better than Hogan. Did you feel that way about when you and him were in the ring together? You and Randy Savage had a better chemistry?
No. We had terrible chemistry.
No, really?
He wanted to rehearse. I don't rehearse.
You never did you?
I don't. I did for WrestleMania. Instead of having a week off, I had to come to Tampa and wrestle for 3 hours a day with him to memorize a match. Just that wasn't my style.
No, you were more just off the top of the dome.
I got to feel the crowd. Yep.
That's it. I wanted to ask you, actually, did you have a top 3 crowds, a top 3 cities that you love to go to and wrestle in most?
Tokyo, Chicago, and in the old days, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Tokyo was insane.
They know their wrestling, don't they?
I've been there 68 times, yeah.
Really?
It's diluted now, but when it was just all Japan and New Japan, it was unbelievable.
Amazing. All right. Okay. I'd love to go there one day. I've never been, but 68 times, that's some number, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this week on social media, Raja Jackson's vicious assault on Syko Stu at the Knox Pro Wrestling event. I mean,
I did not see that. When I read the questions, I'm unfamiliar with what that is.
Okay, it's kind of like a lesser profile event, but basically I think what happened was Syko Stu's like an OG. He's been around the block. Raja Jackson's kind of fresh on the scene. The OG threw a can of beer at him before the show, and then he said, you know, I'll get my revenge in the ring.
You're talking about Rampage Jackson's son.
Yes.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that kid still in a coma?
No, I think he's out of the coma now, but he's not in a good way. They're raising some money for him.
I tried calling. I'm very close to Rampage.
Oh, okay.
I didn't recognize the other name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried calling Rampage, but obviously wasn't taking calls. So.
Yeah, but I mean, not a good look for him, of course. But can you understand in a way, like sometimes you just lose your temper in the moment, snap like that, and then regret it after, I suppose.
Yeah, but not to that extent. You know, a receipt here or there keeps everybody straight, but not to that extent.
No. I mean, I saw Mark Henry and Rob Van Dam did defend his actions and tried to justify them, but in your view, undefensible?
How did they try to defend his actions?
Well, I think they said, you know, he's a young kid. He doesn't know the game yet. He doesn't truly understand the enormity of what he did. But you could say the same about any situation, really, can't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not defending the actions by any means. You never know the extenuating unless you're actually there. You never know the extenuating circumstances. You know, so it's easy to make an observation from afar.
Yeah.
But if you're not on the real inside, you know, we're probably missing several key components to what happened.
True. There's probably pre-existing issues that have probably come to.
There could be, yeah.
Yeah. What's the closest you came to losing your cool in the ring? Because you always seem very calm and collected, even though
I've never lost my cool in the ring.
Oh, I didn't think so. Yeah.
I've had to punch some guys back like Vader, but just because he was always trying to rough you up, you know. But I've only had to punch a few guys.
Yeah.
One punch, and then it's all everybody calms down.
Smooth it over. Yeah, fair point. I mean, did you see what Bret Hart said about your wrestling style back in the day? And like he compared you to Gunther, I think. You know,
Yeah.
Bret Hart's always having a bit of a whinge sometimes, but obviously one of the best technical wrestlers in the history of the game as well. So where do you stand on it?
Oh, I agree with Bret as far as being one of the greatest technical performers of all time. That goes without saying. But Bret never liked to get smacked. That's the way I worked. And he used to. We laugh about it now, but he just hated getting chopped, you know. But for me, I thought, you know, like with Steamboat, you must have seen our matches. I'd hit Steamboat as hard as I could. I hit
Really?
Sting as hard as I could, and the people can feel it, especially when you're out on the floor. I
Yeah.
even watched a match with me and The Rock the other day. I was smacking the hell out of The Rock. He didn't care.
No.
So, and Gunther, I haven't watched him enough, but I think what they find fascinating about Gunther is his look. He has a tremendous look.
Mm.
Because when he wrestled Pat McAfee was 10 times the athlete that he is.
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
that match?
I haven't seen that one. No, but I've seen, you know, how Gunther, how his physicality changed over the years and how he absolutely went from kind of quite a chubby guy to now being so ripped. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, no, he looks great. No, he's got a
Yeah.
great look. His facials are great and all that. Um, but if you're comparing him to me, come on,
No,
please.
there's levels to the game, aren't there?
Yeah,
Charisma wise.
there's levels to the game. Yeah, please.
Very true. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's have a word about your daughter, Charlotte. I mean, in a recent piece for the Players Tribune, she said of you, he always believed in me, and he's the one person who never ever gave up on my potential to be great. You know, did you always think she'd be a wrestler, or did you think she'd go and do something
No,
else in life? And you always thought that.
it only happened by accident, but
Okay.
she's not only the best female wrestler, she's the best wrestler, the most athletic person in the company.
Mm,
And she's the best wrestler, male or female.
yeah. No,
And I can say that without flinching, without looking back. The only person that I feel like when he's on and healthy that is as good as she is when you think about in ring timing and knowing where you are all the time is Randy Orton.
fair shout. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're.
Randy's really underutilized.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, made somebody mad along the way.
Yeah, I suppose.
Randy's not as say what he thinks. That's not always popular.
I see. I see. And going back to Charlotte, how proud do you feel watching her in the ring, continuing your legacy for the next generation?
Well, she surpassed my legacy already. So I see her. If they were smart and if I had anything to say about it, I would have her break Cena's record because I think it would be one of those things that would be so big.
Yeah.
I mean, she would be Serena Williams. She hates it when I say that, but you know what I mean. It would
Yeah.
just the female, the girl wrestlers are getting better. I mean, there's more good girl wrestlers, more good female talent than there
Mm.
is male.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it's great to see the landscape now in the
Oh,
WWE.
look
How
at you got Naomi, you got Becky, you got Bailey. I mean, you got. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I mean, Io Sky. I mean, I don't know all their names, but I mean, you
the
talk
list is
about athletic. Jesus Christ. Oh,
incredible.
Oscar. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so many, so many. The list is huge. The list is huge. You
Yeah,
mentioned John
yeah
Cena there
you can't
briefly.
you can't do a list like that with the WWE
No,
guys.
not these days. Not these days. It's true. How do you feel about John Cena becoming a 17-time world champion?
I love it.
I
I
think a
think
lot.
the world of John. I think the world of John.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think he's going to do when he walks away from wrestling?
Well, he's making so damn much money in the movies right now. He doesn't need to do anything.
That's true.
I hope that he'll walk away and stay away. It's very addictive. When you've done it as long as John has, John's been at it, I guess, what, 21 years? It's hard to change your way of life, but he already has, because he's taken big lapses of time off. So, and he's very happily married. His wife is lovely. They're building a new home here in Tampa. So I see John periodically, but I can't say enough nice things about John Cena. He's a wonderful person.
Great guy. And it's kind of gone full circle because Hulk Hogan was almost the first to go and do movies from wrestling, and the trendsetter that he was, setting the path, and now we see The Rock and John Cena. So how much credit do they kind of owe to Hulk Hogan, really?
The Hulk's movies stunk.
Yeah, but he was the first to go and do that, though.
Yeah, but they didn't go anywhere.
Fair point.
Both John and Dwayne making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially Dwayne. Dwayne's the most entertaining son of a bitch alive.
Amazing, yeah.
He kills me. I go back and look at his old stuff, and he was funny as hell, man.
Funny, like even Jumanji as well, and those kind of ones. Yeah, great work. What was your favorite Hulk Hogan movie, though, if you had to name one?
I
Or
don't
the
know.
worst.
The one where he played Santa Claus. Yeah, what was that called? It was horrible. That's why I can't remember the name of it.
We'll look it up. We'll go back and watch it again. That's probably like early 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to go off and take off into the movies. And that thing, I tried it one time, and they get up at 6 a.m. And with The Rock and John, they're going to get their workout first. Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
And then it's take, retake. Right? I mean, then they work till 8 o'clock at night. They have dinner. They get up and start it over again. I was never cut out for that.
You need a lot of patience, I suppose, don't you?
I would have needed a McUltra by 11 a.m.
Yeah. And then a few more through the afternoon. Obviously you wrestled under Vince McMahon back in the day, and now got Triple H as head of creative. How do you think things have changed? And would you rather wrestle now with Triple H as head of creative, or were you happy how it was with Vince in your day?
Well, I think Triple H is doing a fabulous job. I think that the hardest thing for Triple H right now is trying to validate that fortune they spend at NXT, because they got so many guys and so many people coming over that, and here's the deal. When you're on live TV, you get one shot, and you better do something to catch somebody's eye, or you won't be there next week.
Yeah.
They got to have something. If it's just one thing, unless they got some big plan, elaborate scheme, the videos and all that. But you make all these videos, Ben, when you walk back out in the live audience after all these weeks of videos, you better be damn good. Because if you're not,
it's on the chopping block. Yeah. Chances are few and far between, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin earlier. What a legend. Do you think WWE is kind of missing a badass character like him at the moment? Who's
God, yeah, but you're not going to find it. That's Steve.
Yeah.
Steve just likes to hunt and fish, cuss, swear.
That's it.
Drink beer. That's Steve.
Yeah. You can't replicate him.
I've always said it's either Hulk or Steve being the biggest stars in the history of our business.
For sure. Some of the recent
I would put Dwayne in there, except Dwayne didn't stay in it very long.
Yeah.
And if you think about this, which I wasn't even aware of till a couple years ago, when Steve broke his neck, he was 39 years old. God, he had another 10 years. Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's sad, really, but that's the way it goes. Some of the recent decisions by WWE to release certain wrestlers, Karrion Kross and his wife Scarlett being the latest two, did that surprise you? And are you surprised at the fan reaction?
No.
Not
what was the fan reaction?
I think they were just shocked, really, and didn't see it coming. Same as the R-Truth decision, which was then reversed. But it doesn't seem like this one will be.
Well, I think R-Truth deserves to be with the company as long as he wants to be.
Agreed.
He's provided so many forms of entertainment, and he just is a genuinely nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see him, I say, "You're older than me. What the hell are you doing out here?"
He looks good for it, though, doesn't
he was good friends with my son, but he's a great guy.
he? All right.
And he brings a lot of talent to the show because he can do anything.
Yeah. So were you saying that Karrion should have stayed as well? You think that was the right decision to let him go?
But I don't know. I didn't see him enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, as a matter of fact, I've met him one time.
Fair play. Fair enough. Maybe it just came
The problem is today with a lot of the guys is they can do all this fancy shit, but they don't have any fundamentals. They can't punch. They can't kick. They can't remember to work their way to the center of the ring. You know what I mean? They don't know where to. They don't have facial expressions. I mean, there are so many things that you've got to be aware of. When the camera's on you, you can never, like in a tag match, if you're on the sideline or on the apron, you got to be in character 100%. The minute you go like you're looking around and the camera catches you, I mean, that's what the fans see. If you got to stay as active on the outside as your partner or your opponent is on the inside.
Maybe some of them are trying to run before they can walk, potentially. And
well, that's probably human nature because they've only wrestled against other kids trying to learn the craft too. So, I mean, Shawn Michaels has done a hell of a job. I couldn't figure out how the what's the brother
I recognize that ringtone. Ric Flair drip.
Yes, sir. No, what Jake and who's the one that works for us full time?
Kyle. No, I'm just asking Kyle to come in. He's got the up to date.
No,
Jake.
Huh?
Who are you talking about?
Which Paul brother works for us full time?
Oh, Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan does some shit. I thought, how did he learn that? And then I realized that he was being trained by Shawn. So I mean, Shawn can teach anybody. I mean, that's how good Shawn is.
Yeah, a legend, a legend. That actually brings me on to the next question very nicely, actually. Are you a fan of social media stars like Logan Paul and iShowSpeed coming into WWE?
If they can pull it off, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think no one can really say that Logan Paul hasn't pulled it off, can they? Yeah, he has.
No, he absolutely has.
Yeah.
How can you knock that?
And do you think how much of that is down to Shawn Michaels and how much is that down to his own personal drive to succeed?
Well, he's a hell of an athlete. I mean, you can teach a guy. You know, here's my saying in wrestling: the minute you're afraid to try and do something, you don't belong in the ring. Because they ask you to do a lot of ridiculous stuff. You know, the bar, the ladder matches, and that. But the minute you're afraid to do it, you don't belong there because that's how you get hurt.
For sure.
Hesitating on a big move, you know. But I mean, McAfee running across the ring, jumping up on the top rope, giving that guy the suplex. That's a hell of an athlete, Pat McAfee is.
Yeah.
He should be wrestling full time.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Maybe he will be. I mean,
and he can talk too.
Yeah. You remember back in the day, Mike Tyson was the that he came in at WrestleMania 14, didn't he? Didn't really wrestle. He was just the kind of the enforcer, I think. Maybe that kind of sparked this kind of frenzy of people coming in. But then we've had Travis Scott in the WWE recently, but it didn't really go to plan, I don't think, because they kind of gave him the heave ho pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So
I didn't hear what happened. I just heard he hurt somebody, didn't he? Who'd he hurt?
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. He actually punched him properly, and Triple H, they were fuming with that. They were fuming mad with that for sure.
Yeah, well, but Cody's the wrong guy to punch. He's a very 100%. Important part of the company.
For sure.
That's right.
What about other kind of crossovers from UFC maybe, or from boxing, like Conor McGregor? Would you like to see him in WWE?
No.
No.
I think Ronda set the bar, and then Brock brought his, and after that it's been just so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronda set the bar, and she and my daughter had some fabulous matches, only because Ashley wasn't afraid of her. All the other girls were afraid of her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them, to be fair.
And with Ashley's height, it was hard for Ronda to throw the judo moves where they looked cosmetically good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, Ronda could obviously have done one if she wanted to with Ashley, but in terms of the cosmetic looks, because if you really want to be considered a great, you've got to be able to present yourself, and your moves have to be cosmetically perfect. By that I mean, if you're giving a guy an arm drag, it can't be dragging him over his body. It's got to be in the air. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, for sure. Quick word about Chris Jericho and the fact he's been rumored to be returning to WWE after a few years in AEW. Do you think he deserves one final run?
Well, of course I do, because Chris has meant a lot to the business, but I don't think he'll get it.
No,
I'm sure he'll go to the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's been a Hall of Fame athlete, human being, wrestler, everything. But I would doubt very seriously if he'd get the kind of deal that John Cena got.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I would enjoy it, but John had a level of popularity very, very similar to The Rock's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah. He was huge. Everyone loved him. But yeah, I mean, it might be a bit of a stretch to see him back in there, but you never know. I did want to know, do you have a favorite pay-per-view? I mean, everyone loves the Royal Rumble. Obviously, WrestleMania is huge, but is there one, historically that stood out for you?
Well, obviously the one that stands out for me is when I won the title, which I didn't know I was going to do until I got there.
Yeah.
Which was never promised for me or anything, but I don't know. I mean, I think my WrestleMania at the end with Shawn was probably the biggest moment of my career.
Yeah, huge. So
I loved wrestling. I loved wrestling Triple H and that, and boy, they gave me their everything. We cut ourselves to the bone, and they both were outstanding friends of mine, and I even posted that retirement day to Throwback Thursday. But he just fabulous people.
Yeah.
I talk to Undertaker periodically. I mean, there's just some people that you're never going to get away from.
No, that's true. And a couple of just top 3 questions quickly before we let you go. Do you have a top 3 best technical wrestlers of all time? We spoke about Bret Hart earlier. Anyone else that stood out for you?
Technically?
Yeah.
Well, Shawn could be a technical wrestler, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure. I remember him as in the Rockers with Marty Jannetty. They were
yeah, but he was. I mean, I respect Marty, but Shawn was in a different league from day one.
That's fair.
Another good technical wrestler. Oh, it's Steve Regal.
Yeah. Yeah,
very good.
British man.
Yeah, very technical. He never really got the push he deserved, but Steve is an excellent technical wrestler, and on top of that, a great guy.
Very true. While we're on the subject of British wrestlers, what's your verdict on Will Ospreay? How far can he go in the industry?
His ring work is unbelievable, but I've never heard him talk yet. I've never heard him do an interview, and until I hear him do an interview, because you can be tremendous in the ring, but if you can't talk,
Yeah.
Sayonara.
Maybe he needs to come to the Nature Boy and get a few tips.
I've never heard him, but he's a phenomenal guy.
Yeah.
He's really, really, really respectful to me. And that Japanese kid that he wrestled when Sting retired is tremendous too. The big Japanese boy, he's really good.
Yeah. I was going to ask you actually, because obviously your promos are so iconic, people replay them through the times, but does it frustrate you to watch current WWE stars cutting promos with, not quite the level of charisma that you had and The Rock had, and they just don't know the game quite as well, perhaps?
Well, they're written down for them. If you got to read something somebody else wrote down, it's not going to be as good.
No.
If it can't come off of here and really say what you think and feel, without being, saying something that's inappropriate. But for me, I just couldn't wait to get out there. Especially with Dusty.
Yeah.
It was a question of who went first and who went second.
Dusty Rhodes, yeah, what a legend! I remember him when I was first watching wrestling. You and him were the first people that really.
Oh my God! Ric Flair, you put hard times on the Nature.
So good, so good, so good. I mean, you often called yourself the dirtiest player in the game. But what moment from your career best defines that side of Ric Flair, if you had to pick one?
My matches with Terry Funk.
Terry Funk, legend, yeah.
Oh God, he was great.
Yeah.
And at the end, Terry kind of did at the end, as your skills diminish, which they're going to over time, you find a way to entertain them with just. I mean, Terry Funk would walk into the ring post, and he was just fabulous.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid to bleed either, man. We used to cut each other up.
Yeah. Well, that's it. He had a lot of strings to his bow, to be fair, same as you.
Yeah.
So yeah, no doubt. Last question. I heard your phone ring there. I mean, what did it mean to you to be immortalized in song by 21 Savage and Offset? How much fun was it to be involved in the video for that?
Well, what's funny is I had just gotten out of the hospital. I had a stoma for that.
Oh, really?
That's why I still had that stoma on my side for a year and a half after I got out of the hospital. So I was kind of uncomfortable, actually. You know what I mean?
You'd never tell, to be fair.
Huh?
You'd never tell from the video. You look like you're having.
I know, but I was really running at half speed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the contact high in that house was unreal.
I can imagine it was, yeah.
I still talk to Metro all the time. What a great guy.
Oh, that's great to hear. Great to hear. Well, Rick, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for your time. Some great stories there, some great memories. And is there anything else you'd like to share before you go?
Oh, I just appreciate the opportunity, guys. Good luck.